Hey guys, it's Carrie from PS, and today I'm going to read one of the posts called Inspiration. This blog actually was inspired by a class project, an assignment for my writing class, and we were asked to write a short fiction. So this is fiction. At the time, we were actually learning about writer's block, so I thought it would be funny to write about writer's block and overcoming that because that's something that I can relate to. So here it goes. And I also like it because, the main characters are my children. This is a fiction, so some of the parts are made up, but it's good. So it's called Inspiration. The clock ticked. I flinched. Every second that went by seemed to mock the passage of time. The fountain pen rested in my hand as the ink slowly seeped out of its sharp silver tip. Even the pen declared that it was running out of patience. The paper was blank and words were stuck. Frustrated, I lifted my head and took a deep breath. The scent of the small lavender plant on the corner of my simple wood writing desk was calming. The afternoon sun, shining through the window, was warm against my face. Finding comfort in the warmth, I looked outside and watched my children play. They lifted their heads in laughter as they all played together. With a smile, I welcomed the distraction. I saw a princess having tea with the knight who saved the queen. Then my daughter, tired of having tea, pretended to be a mother swinging her baby doll to sleep in the swing. Quickly, my eyes darted to the other end of the yard. Sitting now slightly on the edge of my seat, I watched my son climb his favorite tree, carrying a long stick. He shouted while swinging his stick, pretending to be a pirate on a ship. Their lives, so simple and free, were flooding with play-filled imagination. I witnessed stories I had seen many times before being scripted by my children. But here I sat, without a word written. The clock ticked. I flinched. Another hour had passed by. I must start somewhere, I thought. I looked around the room in search of the time. How long has it been? I wondered. Books were out of their shelves, having been tossed on the chairs. Finding the small clock on the side table near the chair, I squinted to see the time. 3 o'clock. I had to focus. Maybe inspiration will come. Here's to dreaming, I thought as I sipped some warm water. I placed the fountain pen on the paper, and a small drop of ink spread into its fibers. My hand moved quickly while writing inspiration at the top of the page. Closing my eyes, I searched my memory in hopes of finding an idea that I had previously tucked away. A few ideas came to mind, but they all failed inspection and were mentally stamped with rejection. This time, the impending feeling came. Maybe I had really lost my inspiration. Suddenly, the door flung open, smashing into the bookshelf with a loud crash. "Come and play, Mommy," my youngest daughter said as she grabbed my face, turning my head. Her eyes were delightful and inviting, unlike the void stare of the blank, blue-lined sheet of paper. "Mommy has work to do. I wish I could join you, but I have to write something." "Here, let me help," she boldly said. She grabbed the pen that was resting in my hand, not caring to hear if I had any objection. Her small hand made a fist around the pen. It was a bit heavier than her favorite pink pencil that she was used to writing with. She struggled to keep the pen steady in her hand. The weight of the pen caused every letter she scribbled to wiggle. Lifting the pen, she joyfully beamed, revealing her innocence. Something, Sumthin, was written across the page. "All done. That wasn't hard, Mommy. Time to play with me." I laughed. With wide eyes and a smile, she took my hand, knowing she now had my undivided attention. We laughed our way to the floor where we became gorillas beneath a canopy of leaves. Then we made our way through the forest, jumping from one rock to another until every piece of furniture had been given a part in our adventure. The books, having fallen from the chair, became the rocks we needed to escape the lava. and rescue the baby doll. The clock ticked. This time I grinned. The pen and the paper lay on the desk, no longer binding me with stress. The ticking of the clock stopped hassling me. It was in that moment, playing with my daughter, that I knew I had rediscovered my inspiration. So, I hope you enjoyed that. And maybe you haven't experienced writer's block, but you've maybe felt blocked in some other venture that you are doing. I would say to you, don't be discouraged and don't be disturbed, for I know God can break through for you. And you can find that at Psalms 42:11. It's something that I've had to remind myself multiple times. Remind your soul, do not be discouraged. Do not be disturbed, for I know my God will break through for me. And then I'll have plenty of reasons to praise him all over again, because living before his face is my saving grace. All right. Love you all. Bye-bye.